washing a $100 check into an $8,600 payout. How did officers stop this passenger within minutes? On July 10, 2023, Savannah Police initiated a targeted traffic stop on a blue vehicle. Dispatch alerted patrol that the female passenger was suspected of trying to cash a fraudulent commercial check. Corporal Debbie called the registered check owner on speakerphone from the roadside. The victim confirmed his original $157 check had been stolen from the mail, washed, and chemically altered.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm Corporal Debbie at the Savannah Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because your passenger is a listed suspect for some fraudulent activity that's going on at this county.
No, we're on the way to Dollar General right now.
What's that? I'm going to need your passenger's ID and yours.
Here go my ID.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Y'all just sit tight for me. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully I'll be able to let y'all go in just a minute.
Okay.
Alright, we got the suspect in this car. She's in the passenger seat. As soon as I pulled up. Hello, this is Corporal Debbie of the Savannah Police Department. I'm trying to get in touch with Mr. Robert about a stolen check. Absolutely. Can you kind of explain to me what's going on today, sir?
A month ago, I put a check in the mail. I mailed it from the post office here in Jacksonville. It's for $157. Someone took it out of the mail. They washed it and they filled it out for $15,000. Deposited it in the bank and cashed it. And when they washed it, they made a copy of it. They changed the check number by one number from 2845. They changed it to 2855, and then they wrote the second check for $8,600. And they deposited it with tried to deposit it with JP Morgan Chase Bank, but they called me and I told them it was fake. And the person has walked into discount check casher and is trying to cash it there.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Would you like to press charges?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir, and I'll be with you shortly. So that was the owner of the check. He's confirmed that he had it stolen out of his mailbox, and they've been making copies of it, washing them, and re-getting them issued. That he hasn't authorized any check for this lady.
Where does he live?
Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
They stole it out of Florida? And
So it got stolen somewhere, and a lot of this is happening to a lot of people's checks. They're getting stolen while in transition in Jacksonville because all the mail in Savannah goes to Jacksonville.
That's true, yeah.
So I'm going to follow up with clerks up here to get what I need from them. He's already said he's unauthorized. That's enough to put her in handcuffs right now, isn't it? Probably have forensics see if they want to talk to her. I got two individuals out here. Can we get a third officer en route to stick with them?
She came in with that check, and I called the maker. I called the phone number on the check, and he said, "It's not a valid check, it's a fraud." He said, "She stole it, or I don't know what happened." She said she applied for a job on the internet. Okay, so she obviously put it into her bank. They sent that back to her as a legal document.
This one?
That's just a copy.
Okay.
Right down there, that's the check. That's the legal copy of the check. So he said it was fraud, that someone took a check or somehow got a check or whatever and cashed one for $15,000. And they took this check and redid it, or I don't know what he was saying, but she presented it. That's her ID. That's her parents' names that she gave me. And that's all the information I can tell you.
Absolutely.
And she left.
Is there a reason she ran out of here? Did she give you anything?
Well, she was pretty cool and calm and collected for 5 or 10, 12, 15 minutes. And then I guess I was talking to the man, and we had a couple other people come in, and I was telling her I was getting the money together, and I had to wait to get the final approval. And she waited a couple more minutes, and then all of a sudden, she left. She got called away or something by somebody in a car. It was a blue Nissan. I didn't get the tag.
But she got told by somebody, you better come down.
Right.
For some reason.
That's because they seen me pull up. I got them both in handcuffs over there.
You do?
Ah! What? How'd you do that?
Because I got here fast enough. I seen her run out the store.
You did. She's in a green outfit?
Head wrapped up.
That's amazing.
What is your name again?
Corporal Debbie.
We want Debbie.
We want Debbie.
Do you have your ID for the report, sir?
Yeah, what?
Can I get your ID for the report?
Yeah. As long as you don't have to arrest me, if I ain't even going out there.
Who caught him?
She remembers me. We caught the last guy.
Oh, ma'am, can you turn your vehicle off for me?
for?
Just procedure, that's all.
Okay.
Thank
It's
you.
hot outside though.
Yeah, roll your windows down.
No, this is very hot.
That's what I'm saying, you can just roll your windows down if you want to. But thank you for doing that, though. Yeah, it is hot. It's July. It's thick of July day. It is hot, but yeah, it's just protocol, that's all. Okay? All right.
And then I thought the Savannah police were slack. you redeemed my faith in
You said what?
I heard it.
No, not only did he hear it, but you know, you were out there arresting him, and we said, what's taking them so long? You were out there arresting them.
Absolutely. What's a good phone number for you guys? It's funny too. She has 2 IDs.
She had another ID on her? They did cash a $15,000 check on his account under a different name. So, you might contact him and find out who it was. Maybe it's the same.
I'll be checking. We can't get a hold of financial crimes. We're just going to have to arrest him. Passenger walks up under there, tries to cash a check for $8,600. They're getting it processed. They contact the owner of the check. They call to verify. The owner says that's stolen. It's the same check's been washed and cashed 2 different times before this. He has given no authorization for this such person to have. Oh, I didn't know you had it.
Yeah.
I got detectives coming to the scene. Right now we're going to be separating you two. You're detained, you're not under arrest, but you're allowed to stay in your vehicle if you so choose. Okay?
Okay.
Being detained, okay, you're not being placed on arrest.
It's not a search, it's a pat down.
Well,
it's
pat
just
down.
to make sure you don't have any weapons or anything like that on you.
It's being detained, that's all. Not placed on arrest.
Once they get here, they're going to have a couple of questions to ask you, and then they'll probably let you get out of here. Okay?
Okay.
Absolutely. Same thing. They're going to ask her a bunch of questions, and then depending on how she answers them and what else is going on, will depend on whether she gets to go free or not.
Montgomery Street at Western Rim. I was just bringing her up, and I didn't know anything about any of this.
Alrighty. Well, the call that we got is that bad checks are being passed through.
Through like where there?
Is that illegal, fraudulently made checks were trying to be cashed by the young lady that was in your passenger seat.
Oh wow.
For very significant amounts. So,
All right.
$8,600.
We're going to do 1 count of 30 before. It's a felony. She'll be arraigned tomorrow.
This has been going on bad for a while now.
Hey, young lady.
You know me?
No, I got your ID. Listen, what y'all doing, man?
I just bring her
You
up.
know, what's your relationship to her?
She my
What's
friend.
her, Gabrielle?
Yeah, she my friend.
How long y'all been friends? Long time? What, since little kids, high school?
Yeah, like we went to school together.
Went to school together? I'm just asking because your friend about to go to jail.
Why she going to jail for?
Because that check is fake and it's not her check. She's going to jail and it's a felony. That's why I'm asking. Because she's not getting out. She's going to go to jail and can't get out till tomorrow, and that's if the judge give her a bond. So that's why I'm asking, because I need to know who I need to tell this to. So if you're not the person I need to be talking to, and you just giving her a ride, then I don't need to be talking to you. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I literally just brought her up here.
Okay. Do you know anything about this? The check?
I just
Do you-
told her
you-
I'd give her a ride.
Huh?
I just told her I'd give her a ride because I'm coming in town, but I'm actually about to go out to eat into the mall.
So you don't know nothing about how she got this check or where she got this check from? Well, you're not under arrest, okay? But just know, I got you. Be careful, okay? If those checks don't belong to you, these people are calling, okay? So you just don't get caught up, all right? Okay? But you're free to go.
What are you going to do about her?
I just told you. She going to jail.
Under Terry v. Ohio, matching witness descriptions in the victim's real-time confirmation established lawful reasonable suspicion. The corporal entered the check-cashing store to review documentary evidence left behind. She returned to separate the occupants. Under Maryland v. Pringle, officers evaluated the totality of the circumstances to separate the innocent driver from the culpable passenger.
Hey, how you doing? Look, I'm gonna open the door because I need to talk. Gabrielle, do you wanna talk to me and tell me what's going on?
So,
Yes or no first
Yes,
before
ma'am.
we get started. You wanna talk to me?
yes, that's no
Okay,
problem.
go ahead.
So basically, I tried to, that check was getting deposited into my Chase. Chase sent me that paper that he gave you saying that it wasn't deposited because not enough money. I wasn't understanding what that meant, so my homegirl was like, well, let's cash it either at this one or at Walmart.
This who gave you this? You went to the bank?
No, the bank sent me this, and also.
When did they send you this? On this day?
No, not on
Not
the day.
enough funds to pay this check. You cannot deposit this. They sent this to you because this was
That was
June.
that was the deposit date.
Yeah,
But-
you tried to deposit on June the 26th, and they said it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was getting deposited in my account that day.
But
then it sent me that maybe last week,
Yeah,
Friday.
and then you
So
got
I
the
made
check
it-
back.
Yeah, I got that check and this paper together.
Okay.
Yes.
And they
so-
told you that not enough funds to pay this check. You can deposit it
Yeah,
again.
so that's why I went up to there to.
So you wasn't going back to the bank to cash it. You was gonna go over here.
Yeah,
because they said you couldn't cash it.
Well, he said I was able to. He
No,
was
I'm saying
saying
the bank said you couldn't.
Yeah, so since the bank said I couldn't cash it, I was gonna go to here or either Walmart to cash it. And the man was like, okay, well it was fine. He was asking me questions, and then next thing you know, I walk up to the car, to my homegirl car, and she's like, I'm like, well, hold on, I gotta go to Dollar General real quick to get something because he said it's gonna be a while. It's a lot of cash. I said, okay, that's fine. When we pulling off, he's pulling up behind us, saying that I'm doing it for fraud. So I'm like, okay, well, I got that from the mail.
You got this from the mail?
Yes, ma'am.
Who are the people? Who are these people?
That's the company that I work for, but that is my name on the check, yes.
The company you work for?
No, that's the company. This is the company that I work for, yes. The Girl Crane Services Inc., yes.
Where is that located?
It's located all the way in Pooler. Well, it's one in Pooler, and then it's one around the corner, but I work at the one all the way in Pooler, and I work at Top.
Do you have check stubs on you?
No, I don't.
Do you have an ID or something saying you work there?
I don't have.
Do you have a number of a manager or something that we can call to check to see if you work there?
No, I don't have I can't call the manager. The manager doesn't really. We text in a group chat. I don't ever really call the manager.
I'm saying who can confirm that you work there? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's there that we can talk to?
Nobody there is right now that I can talk to personally. No, not right now. But I do also work at Top Crab as well.
And why would they give you a check for $8,600?
That was my check that they owed me back all the way in COVID because they were behind on the checks and they owed me that check. I stopped working all last year for them and I started working at Top Crab and they owed me the check during COVID time.
And they mailed you this check?
Yeah, that's what they claim. They didn't mail me this check. They tried to do it in my deposit. I opened up a Chase account so they could deposit that money in my account. But when they tried to deposit, that's when I received.
Who tried to deposit?
I guess when the company tried to deposit in my account. That I received the email saying that the check was returned back.
The company not going to send a check to the bank like this. They just do direct deposit.
Yeah, direct deposit.
But they're not going to give them this check.
That's the check that they sent me.
You said they sent it to you or they sent it to the bank?
They tried to do direct deposit in my Chase, and then I received the email saying that it's not going to do it. So then I received that check and that paper together saying with my Chase on it saying that you.
So you don't have. Well, I'm saying, when the last time you went to work at this place in Pooler?
The last time I went to work was last Sunday.
What's the address there?
The address?
Yeah.
It's Pooler, on Bluffton Boulevard.
I know. I say, what's the address? How long you been working there?
I just started back working this week. Well, not this week, but sometime a couple of months ago.
Your story. Come on now, your story not making sense. You all over the place
I'm not
with
lying. Y'all making me really nervous.
I'm not trying to make you nervous. I'm just trying to get the truth.
Let alone.
I'm just trying to get the truth because I understand you saying they owe you this check or whatever, but this person that we contacted said they didn't give you this check. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about you. We talked to them already. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you, to tell me the truth. It's nothing you can say right now is going to change the situation. I'm just asking you to give yourself a chance to tell me the truth because you're going to have to still go before the judge. So either you're going to tell me the truth and be straight up with me, or we could just go ahead and end it right now because we talked to the people that own this account. They don't know you. Right. You don't work for them. Can you want to tell me the truth, or you good with what you said already?
So the check was sent to me. So I was trying. So I was trying to get a direct deposit in my account. That didn't go through. They sent me a check.
Who is they?
That's I don't know who did the check, to be completely honest. But that check went into my account. When I received that, they said deposit it again. So I tried to deposit at that place.
You keep saying they. Who is
I don't
they?
know who they is. I personally do not know who they is. I'm not sure who made the check or whatever the case may be, but I'm not sure who they is.
So somebody just deposited a check into your account and you don't know who they are. Because these people that's on this account don't know you. You don't work for them. That's what I'm trying to tell you, to go ahead and be honest, because what you're saying I don't believe. Yes. So if you don't want to tell me the truth, I mean, I'm going by what they say. This is their account.
Right.
This is their business.
I know that check is not mine.
Okay.
Somebody that I know of was trying to deposit a check into my account saying that this is my money. This is the money that they owe me. When the check didn't go through, they said I was going to receive it through the mail. I said, okay. I was talking to them, and they said, hey, well, you can deposit again. When I seen that, it said I could deposit again.
Who is them? You don't want to tell the person name? They're a friend of yours?
Yes, they are.
They are? So
well, supposedly.
So you're going to take this ride by yourself? You're going to take this felony hit by yourself? This is a felony.
So,
do you go to school?
No, but I was trying to.
This is a felony. This is serious. This is a felony, and you won't be able to get out of jail till tomorrow if the judge give you a bond. So you want to protect the person that gave you this fake check? That's crazy. That's so crazy to me that you were willing to do that.
So I am going to jail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to go to jail for a check that somebody gave you a fake check, put your name on here, and told you to go cash it, and you did it. So you don't want to give up that information?
It was the driver. The driver.
What's the driver? What driver?
Alicia.
Alicia? She gave you this check?
The check she was trying to deposit into my Chase account, but since it didn't go through, she told me to go to the...
How often y'all do this?
This is my first time.
She do it all the time?
Not that I know of, I don't know. I personally...
How close are you to her?
Me and her went to school together, but we had conversations.
What were you supposed to give her out this check?
I'm not sure. I personally don't know.
Well, I mean, what agreement y'all had?
She said it was so-called split down the middle, so-called.
She said you can cash it, y'all gonna split it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You don't know where she got this information from?
Who's her source? I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm so sorry.
Well, I just talked to her. She left you out there to dry.
I believe it.
She said she don't know nothing about it. She don't know you like that. She had nothing to do with that check. She willing to let me look in her car, search her purse. Said she don't have no other checks in there. She don't know nothing about what you're doing. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
I have to go.
Yeah. So he gonna take you, and you're gonna get charged with one count of third-degree forgery. It's a felony. Okay?
What fabricated story would this passenger use when questioned about the $8,600 check? When questioned, the passenger first claimed the check was back pay owed by a crane company during the pandemic. Her story quickly fell apart after she failed to provide an employer address, manager contact, or any proof of employment. Faced with imminent felony arrest, the suspect shifted her story and attempted to blame the unwitting driver. Under Official Code of Georgia Annotated Section 16-9-1, uttering an altered check exceeding $1,500 constitutes third-degree forgery. The passenger was formally booked on felony forgery charges, while the cooperative driver was cleared and released. Lesson learned: presenting altered or washed checks carries severe felony liability, even if you say you were only cashing it for a split. What are your thoughts on the corporal's rapid investigation and roadside handling? Let us know below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.